especially for those who are more empath, right? We tend to receive people's energy unconsciously. And so a lot of the time when there's negativity around us, we feel a little bit drained, or we feel like we've been affected. But there's certain things that you can do to be able to protect your energies. Well, I think before we get into any of it, because people need to understand that they always have choice. They have choice to be in that surrounding or not be in that surrounding. Even if people say, oh, but I'm living at home with my parents, so I have to be in that surrounding. Actually, it's not. It's still a choice, right? I'm not telling everybody to leave home, but there's still a choice. But let's say, for example, if our choice is that right now we're going to stay in a not so positive environment, then they must learn how to protect their energies. One of the first things is to not look directly at the eyes. Now, it might sound a little bit strange, but we always say the eyes is the key to the soul. And think of it from an energetic level. When we do certain practices on focusing on the eyes, most energy comes out and most energy is absorbed through eyes. When we see something, it consumes our mind, consumes our energy. When we hear about it, it's a lot less. That's why we close eyes to do meditation, right? So when you avoid the direct contact with the eyes, we'll feel less of what they're feeling. It means you absorb less, you become less of that energy, right? But then obviously you don't just look the other way, because as a human being, people will say that's rude. So we can just look at the face, we look at the nose, we look at somewhere else, right? That's why sometimes you can be sat with somebody, having a drink and catching up with an old friend. You ask them, you say, how are you? And they say, yeah, everything's great. You look deep into their eyes and you say, no, there's something, tell me, right? Why is that? It's because we receive information with these senses. Yeah, another very good hack or trick we can say is to work with breath. You see, when we inhale, we are drawing energy in. When we exhale, we are pushing energy out. So I'm not saying to exhale that loud when you're around negative people, but if you just very lightly push out the breath when people are being negative, when people are drawing your energy, or some people call energy vampires, right? If we're surrounded by people like that, then just lightly focus on the breath out, allow the breath in to be organic. So instead of we allow it to be organic, naturally it'll happen. Then we focus on the breath out. And we continue this. When we're doing this, we'll realize somebody can be very, very negative around us, but actually we're not absorbing it. We feel completely different. It's a lot lighter. At the end of the day, it's still a choice. It's like, if somebody is putting themselves in a negative environment and saying, how do I deal with negativity? My first thing is, why are you putting yourself in that environment, right? You can leave that environment. And some people will say, yeah, but it's because it's my loved ones, it's my family, it's my people I care for. But you say you care for them, do you care for yourself enough? Always remember that love starts from self-love, right? You cannot care for somebody if you don't have the capacity to love yourself. You're not in the right vibrational frequency. You see? I will always remember there was a conversation I had with one of my old mentors. And he said to me, when two people come together, the person with the most powerful energy usually wins. And what does that mean? It means it doesn't matter if you're positive or negative. The one with the most powerful energy will always win. And just think about it. When you go into a space, you say you're a positive spirit, you say you believe in law of attraction, you're conscious, right? You're full of love and positivity. But you go into a space, and then what happens is somebody else is being negative. As a result of that, you come out of the room, you being negative, and you being upset and frustrated and being affected by it. Then you must question, how strong are you? Right? How strong is your positivity? Because it looks like their negativity, their power of negativity, has been stronger than your power of positivity. It's good. We can do some inner reflection, right? We come to realization that maybe we're not as positive as we thought we were. So we work on it. Practice gratitude, right? Practice perspective, practice witnessing. When negativity comes in, witness it. Don't be a part of it, because energy loves attention. Once you give it attention, guess what? It craves more. It'll just latch onto you and keep hooking for more. So instead of that, learn to witness and learn to allow things to pass without reacting. If we're able to do that, we'll realize all the negativity. You'll be like Neo in Matrix. It'll be like dodging the bullets. All the negativity will just fly past you. You see, you won't be affected by any of it.